Welcome in, everyone. Um, Today, I wanted to cover a couple of things about our last admin meeting. There is some cool things that we discussed. And one of the first things that I wanted to cover that, first of all, we have completed and finished our last soccer game in Ghana, and it went very successfully. We have a lot of content, a lot of pictures, a lot of people were there. The players wearing our forms, and some people joining the project as well. So that's very, very cool. And we also agreed on and will be hosting and sponsoring another event in Nigeria in September. So that's already confirmed, and we already know that our plans for September event wise is going to be going there, and we're going to be having another soccer event. Also, we are preparing some proposals and documentation for schools and universities, since we're going to be going and visiting, you know, some institutions we're going to start from Nigeria, and we'll attract more people to join the project. The younger population, I would say, students and teachers, and that's very cool as well. I'm excited to see how that process will be going. I think that it will be very successful because of the tools that we're providing, because of the opportunities to earn tokens as well, for either doing schools inside of the platform, opening new schools, or meetings. And there's a lot of stuff that we are getting ready on for more for better adoption of incoming users. And also, I wanted to say that uh, we are. This is our last day for three of us in Silicon Valley in San Francisco, and tomorrow evening we are leaving and we're going to Chicago. And we have decided that we're going to separate our roles right now to make it more efficient. And Arthur with Max will, for now, stay in Chicago and focus more on the product, on making sure that we spend more time with developers in order to have the solution for our tasks faster, to be able to have more uh, there's some sound that I heard in the background. I'm sorry. So basically to spend more time with developers, and also to have the tools ready for to perform tasks that our clients and businesses will be ordering for crowdsourcing tasks. And I will be, taking care of all the pitching events, our events, and everything else in San Francisco. So I will be coming back here by myself on September 7th, and I don't know how long I will stay here. And do all that. Obviously, I will be pitching. I will be attending many events in a every single day, as more as I can. The more the better, I would say. So I will be doing that constantly. And yesterday we have attended a really cool event in the Bay Area, the live pitching event. So that was pretty cool. There were a lot of angel investors sitting in one room. It was actually it was held in the church, and the stage was organized with the screen where speakers were able to present and show their presentation and talk. And then after that, they were answering questions of the people that were listening in the room. And since the summer is almost over, in the beginning of September, October is usually the time when everybody's coming back from vacations, and there will be a lot more live events like this, and I will be participating in them. I already signed up to one event on September 15th. where we're going to have a lot of people live, and we will be presenting. So I will, uh, make as many videos of this pitch and questions that were asked to me and how we answered them, and we'll have more and more of this coming. So that's very, very exciting, and I am happy that I am able to come here by myself and continue our path of networking and communication with the funds. So this is probably going to be it that I wanted to share today, and I am ready to answer questions if we have them.
There are some questions in the chat, and the first one comes from Crypto Professor. Good day, Raphael. Do you find a Grand Time community growing to 100,000 before the end of the year?
That's a very interesting question, and it makes me think because on one hand, it is possible. It depends on how you do it. So let's say if you do a couple of AMA sessions or airdrops where a lot of people are joining the project for just because they're receiving free tokens and they're not staying active is one thing. So it's possible to have so many new users coming in, and it's possible to get 100,000 users by the end of the year. But on the other hand, the community that we have is very unique, and our uniqueness is that we are very close to each other. So if we take our admin groups, people that are working for tokens, people that are doing tests, people that are meeting, taking pictures. This is the kind of community that we have, and everybody knows each other, and everybody chats with each other and talks. When we have people coming from airdrops, they're most of them, 90% of them, are not staying active, and this is something that I don't like. That we have, people registered, and we can show the amount of users that we have, but we cannot show how active they are. So I am more focused on raising the community slower, but have everybody understand what we're doing, what our goal is, and how each person can be helpful to reach this goal of the whole community. So if we talk about whether it's possible or not, yes, it's possible. Are we going to do it that way? I don't think so. If we have an opportunity, or will have an opportunity, to organically gather, 100,000 users by the end of the year by doing events, by becoming more popular, by being funded, and so that the community, the let's say the San Francisco community knows us, or the events that we do in different countries, that way is a lot better than just buying new users, and I don't like doing that. So it is possible, and I just want to make sure that we're going to do it in this particular way, that is going to be people that are really interested, and people that really understand what we're doing, and they're ready to move forward with us. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. And the next one comes from Hanan. Is there any change in listing day, listing price, and exchange listing, and why the IDO is taking much time?
The IDO is the pre-sale, the launchpad that we had on our platform is currently paused. It's paused for a pretty long time now. And again, the reason why we did that is because we now communicate with the other listings that are ready to take us, but we are, just making sure that those platforms are something that fits our vision. And the reason why it takes longer and longer than we expected is obviously, I think the first reason is the market situation today. As we can see, we are still in the bear market, and hopefully, and with all the predictions, it's going to end soon. And starting from there, most of the projects are going to be growing community-wise and sales-wise and everything. But I think the main reason of why it took longer than expected is because of like I said, of the market situation, because we were very interesting for the trading community, but the trading community is being a little bit scared right now to get into newer projects because everybody lost money. So traders that had crypto before the crush, they lost, a lot of people lost half of their portfolio or even more than that. So a lot of people are waiting for the market to start going up so they can at least get their funds that they have already invested back before investing in the new project. So everything that happens for the best. That's for sure. And I know that once we, let's say, start doing the pre-sale and funding now, in the right after the summer, first of all, we have more people from funds and investors coming back to the valley to start working and finding new projects. And second thing is that we are hopefully and most likely at the end of the bear market right now, and soon everything is going to start going back up, and the trading activity will raise as well. So listing wise, we'll keep everybody informed on that. Like I've said many times, it's not hard to get listed on the exchange. It depends on what kind of exchange you're planning to be listed at. So if it's a very big popular exchange, it's very hard to get listed there. If it's a smaller exchange that doesn't have a very large community, and it's located in, like, it's focused on, let's say, one country. There's a lot of let's say Chinese exchanges and United States exchanges in the United States that are newer, and they're startups as well. It's a startup exchange, so it's not hard to get listed on 10 exchanges at the same time. But it's not a good thing, because once you want to be listed on the bigger and more popular one, they look where else are you listed, and they see that they see your currency like on the smaller ones. They don't want to work with you. So patience is something that is extremely important and stuff like that, and you can make fast decisions, and you can make some decisions that you're going to regret tomorrow. So we don't want to have that happen, and that's why we're pausing a little bit and taking more time. I think within the period of time when we have the project for 4 years now, it's not the first time when we're doing something longer than expected. But then we realized that this happened because of this and that. Like I said, everything that happens for the best. So I definitely know that we're going to raise now. I definitely know that we're going to be successful on our pre-sales on the platforms, and that the community is going to be growing pretty fast. Plus, we are going to be signing some contracts with businesses for our crowdsourcing tasks, and our platform for performing those tasks is going to be ready in a short period of time. Right now, it's already done, I would say, but it's going through testing right now. So making sure that there's no bugs, that everything's working fine, and that it will be able to accept big amount of users on it that will be performing those tasks. Thank you for the question.
Thank you for the answer. And the third question comes from Nikolai Borisov. What criteria do you use to determine what is really important for the development and promotion of our project?
Can you repeat the beginning of the question?
What criteria do you use to determine what is really important for the development and promotion of our project?
Well, when it comes to development, first of all, how we look at the development. At first, we brainstorm together and decide what tools we think would be useful inside of the platform for the community. So how will it be easier to stay on the platform all the time, to be able to perform tasks on it, to be able to talk to each other and have messenger in it, and basically to do everything that we need in order to be able to earn tokens all on one platform. So once we have a certain structure that we think about will have a positive effect on the user growth and user adoption. After that, we talk to our developers and determine whether it's possible to do what we want or it's not. If we decide that it's possible and we understand, we have a full picture, and we analyze all the steps of what we need to do in order to get to this point, then we start taking action and going forward with a product or addition to the product. And then it's the matter of time and the work of the team that we constantly have meetings with, that we constantly have questions to. And it's a very hard work that takes a lot of time every day, but it brings results at the same time, because some time ago we didn't have a platform, we didn't have a website, we didn't even have a token, but we already have a community. So that's another uniqueness of Grand Time, that it started from community. It did not start from the token. And this is, these are really the criteria that we're looking at. Also, looking around, what are the trends on market now? Like, who is doing what? Who is successful? If they're successful, what did they do better than us? Can we include it in our project? Can we include it in our development process? It not only relates to the tech stuff, like website, it also relates to the community, to the live streams that we're doing, to stay in touch with everybody. Because for me, let's say, it's very, very important to be in a very close relationship to all the participants. And I hope that it is as important for the participants in regards to me, because I consider myself as one of the users, and one of the people that is working inside of the project, just like everybody else. We have so many people that are working every day and doing uh, something for the project to grow. And I do the same thing. I just on the other side. If I'm taking care of the events or pitches, I don't think that I am any better than the person that is being an admin of one of the groups inside of the platform, because it does take a lot of time, it does take a lot of effort and talent in order to do that. And it's very, very amazing that the community that we have, the people that we have, are all the people that are, um, how do I say that right, are not giving up. We're doing something because we know where we're going and we know our goal. And coming back to the question of whether we're going to have 100,000 users on the platform, if you have 100,000 users, again, bought from airdrop or stuff like that, they're not going to be as engaged. But if you have a global announcement of about us, about something that we do, and what we have done better than yesterday, people get interested. And when people get interested and then get into the project, that's absolutely different kind of the person that will most likely stay active and help and be, find himself or herself useful for the main goal. So hopefully I answered this question as well. Thank you guys for so many interesting questions today. It really made me think a lot now, and I want to appreciate everyone that was on the live stream and that asked questions, and hopefully I was able to deliver everything in the right way. And again, I want to thank Olga and Lena for the live stream and for the announcements of the questions. And like I said, tomorrow we are leaving to Chicago, but on Sunday we are going to have our next live stream, and at the same time, 6 p.m. London, and for a certain period of time, for 17 days, we are going to stay in Chicago, and then after that, I will be streaming from San Francisco again. So thank you all, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.